Hi, my name's Adam Fellows and I'm the chef and the owner of Goodfellows seafood restaurant and patisserie in Wales. I opened the patisserie and fish restaurant with my wife Martine about 4 years ago, and as I say, we have a French patisserie specialising in all traditional pastries. We make our own breads here on the premises using local and French flours, and also we have our seafood restaurant next door, which specialises in all fish coming from Brixham in the southwest of England, doing lots of specialities with sort of light and delicate flavours, really intense sort of flavours, but sort of with oils and vinegars and nice sort of dressings. They're using most of the fish is coming through Brixham, so it's all very local, but with an influence of the chefs that I've worked with across Europe, so in France and in Belgium. Certainly an influence of those, but as I say, using those local produce. So this is our seafood restaurant. We've got a lot of seating and table plan all around the kitchen, and here we have our open plan kitchen. I've got David over here and Adam, my assistant chef, and they help me in the kitchen. And all of the food is cooked here and prepared right in front of the customer, so they get to see all of the dishes being prepared while they're having their dinner. This is our upstairs restaurant, which is slightly larger tables, a little bit more intimate, and obviously downstairs you've got a bit more of a buzzy atmosphere with all the tables around the kitchen, and upstairs you've got larger tables, a bit more sort of relaxed and a bit more intimate. This is now. Hi. Also, when we open, we have a local artist, Stan Herr, who did a few caricatures of the staff in the restaurant, and myself and my wife, and a couple of the chefs. Recently I've also done some of our recipes with Somerset magazine, and I've picked out several of our specialities which we do in the seafood restaurants using local produce from Brixham and in the southwest. And we've taken all those recipes and put them together in another little recipe booklet. I've got the booklet which is here, and you can see one of the dishes on the front, the seared tuna with sesame. And a salad couscous, spiced couscous. Say we've done several of the recipes which I've featured in Somerset Life, and also I've got some of our specialities, as I was saying earlier, the seared chicken carpaccio with crab and a nice sesame seed tuile. And also, obviously, with our patisserie, we've got a selection of lovely pastries like the mixed berry tartlet with pistachio and pink peppercorns, and some of our breads which we use, and chocolates, which again are some of our specialities in the patisserie. It's a 32-page booklet, and it's got 24 of our recipes, and as I say, there are all the specialities that we do here, and some of those recipes that I featured in the Somerset Life.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are most welcome. Tonight is a veritable demonstration, not only of Adam's cooking, but of the people power. You, I know, have been badgering him for years to produce a recipe book and to do cookery demonstrations, and you won. The recipe book, I think some of you have probably seen, but there's some over there if you haven't bought one. They are actually quite followable. Please enjoy yourselves this evening. Over to Adam.
Thank you, everybody. Welcome. I'm going to be doing 3 recipes this evening, which we're going to be having for our meal afterwards. The first one's going to be a little parcel of smoked salmon mousse, Chew Valley smoked salmon. We're going to be serving that with a Bruga caviar, a little parmesan tuile, a cucumber spaghetti, which is like a little raw salad of cucumber, and then a little bit of dill creme fraiche. Now, to start with, I'm going to actually remove the head. I find it a little bit easier with a big flash like this, just to remove the head of the salmon. So I'm going to make 2 incisions, one either side of the gill and the head, running down that way. Now, one of the things which is very important when you're filleting fish is to try and do as smooth and even possible strokes. I'll be using this with the starter as well. I mean, people are always asking me about canapes. This is such an easy canapé to do. A little bit of smoked salmon.
So with fish, you want low tannin, light wines that are quite fruity, cucumber. They're all the best food and wine match there is the food you have in front of you, with the wine you have in front of you, and the company you have around you. And it is always the best it can
Pouring in
possibly
there.
be.
Those would go in, and they would then cook for about 20 minutes. What you want to do is, we're trying to get the flavour of those spices and everything else into the stock, permeate through the stock of this dish. Again, it doesn't need to be very even. You don't want any lumps too big, but once it sits and it's... So the only other thing which I'm going to serve with this, which I didn't do, I've got some little sort of walnuts again, which I've just dusted with a bit of sugar and they're roasted in the oven. And you then just drop that onto the top and you just end up with a... And there we are. Thank you very much. You need to go out and eat it, yes, exactly. No, but it's nice even if you don't go out.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good night, Anne.
Enjoy the